Hi everyone. So the learning strategy that I used in my lesson was called visual vocabulary. The strategy involves using visuals such as pictures and symbols to teach vocabulary words to students. The specific visual vocabulary strategy used in my lesson was picture word pairing. So this is where you pair a picture to a word to demonstrate the meaning of the word. And I used this strategy for a second grade English language arts lesson on multiple meaning words. So how this looked in my lesson was I created vocabulary cards that had the vocabulary word at the top of the card and two pictures that showed the two meanings of the vocabulary word. So I used pictures of real-life images rather than clip art images in order for the English language learner students to be able to relate to the pictures and recognize them as real-life objects. And by having the two photos on display, it helps the students understand the two meanings of the words. The first way I have students use visuals is by drawing a picture. So for the warm-up activity, I would write the word bat on the board and the students would draw a picture of the first thing that comes to mind whenever they hear that word. So one student might draw a baseball bat and the other student might draw a bat like the animal, and then this would start a discussion on how the word bat is a multiple meaning word. And the two different drawings can help us see that. And the students will be completing a graphic organizer with their partners to help them determine the two meanings of the vocabulary words. So the students would go and take one of the vocabulary cards with the two pictures on them to help them complete their graphic organizers. So the two pictures that are on the card give them a good idea of how the word is used in two different contexts, and they can use those ideas to find the definitions of the word and put the word into a sentence. The first thing that the students will do on the graphic organizer is duplicate the images that are on the card in the first two boxes on the graphic organizer. So by drawing the images themselves, it can help the students remember the meanings of the words, and then they will also have something to match the definitions to. And the students will use context clues in the dictionary definitions to match the definition to the correct image. So by looking at the pictures, the students can use the words in the definitions and see how they're related to the image, and then they're going to match whatever definition is going with whatever meaning of the word. And then the next way visuals are used in the lesson is by having students point to the correct picture that is representing how a word is being used in a sentence. So I will read the sentence aloud using a vocabulary word, and the students are going to point to one of two images that are representing how that word is being used in the sentence. So again, they're using images to reinforce the meanings of the words. And the one article I read, it said how the visual vocabulary strategy is great for English language learners and students with autism because it allows them to create mental images in their heads for what the word means. So if they ever see the word again, they can think back to that picture where they're drawing and be able to remember the meaning of the word. And this strategy is also supported by Alan Pavio's dual coding theory that he hypothesized in 1971. So this theory explains how the visual center of the brain processes graphic content such as images or pictures, while the linguistic center of the brain processes the words and the text. And then this will assist the students in learning new information and storing it in their long-term memories. So by having the students hear the word, see it written, and see a visual of the word, it's going to help them understand the meaning and differentiate between the two meanings of the word. And the students are also using two areas of their brain to comprehend what the meanings of the words are. So that's really going to help them remember it and be able to use that word again in the future. So there are a lot of benefits to the visual vocabulary learning strategy. And so yeah, that's a little bit about my learning strategy that you will be seeing in my lesson demonstration.